children, I am back again right in front of you with another new topic, interesting topic, Roman numerals. So let's dive into it. Children, as we use the 10 basic digits in the Hindu-Arabic numeration system to form numbers, in the same way the ancient Romans used 7 basic letters to form numbers. Still today, we find Roman numerals written on the watches and clocks. We also find Roman numerals written above the classrooms. But remember, Romans do not have any symbol for zero. They don't use any symbol for zero. They use only these basic 7 letters to form numbers. Let's check out what are these basic letters. These are the basic 7 letters where there is no place for zero. Now children, these basic letters are I, V, X, L, C, D and M, where I stands for 1, V for 5, X for 10, L for 50, C for 100, D for 500 and M for 1000. It's only these basic 7 letters that the Romans used to form different numbers, be it a large number or a small number. But then, remember, they follow certain basic rules to form Roman numerals. So let's look at them one by one. Come on, get set, go. Rule number 1. The symbols V, L and D are never repeated. Children, we do not repeat some letters like the letter V, L and D. We never repeat them. Say for example, children, if you want to write 10, can you write it as 2 V's? To write the number 10, we cannot use V and V. Twice we cannot repeat the symbol V. This is against the rule of Roman numerals. This is wrong. Hence, to write 10, we use the symbol X. In the same way, children, we cannot repeat the symbol L. To write 100, can we write L plus L? To represent 100, we cannot use L 2 times. That is, if you want to write 100, you cannot write L plus L. Twice you can't write L. Instead, we represent 100 by the letter C. Similarly, the letter D is also not repeated. D stands for 500 and it is also not repeated. If you want to write, say, 1000, you cannot write D twice. Suppose, for 1000, D plus D, 2 times D is wrong. As 2 times L is wrong, instead we represent 100 by C. In the same way, to represent 1000, we use M. We do not repeat L and D. Right? Now let's move to the next rule, rule number 2. Rule 2 says the symbols I, X, C and M can be repeated at the most 3 times. We cannot repeat the symbols I, X, C and M more than 3 times. To write the number 3, we can write I plus I plus I. This represents 3. But to write 4, we cannot write 4 equals to 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That is I. We cannot write this. This is wrong. Instead, to represent 4, children, we write first V, that stands for 5. At the left hand side of V, we write I, that stands for 1. Right? Now, let's understand here one small trick. Whenever we write a Roman symbol which has less value at the left hand side of a larger Roman symbol, it represents subtraction. So, when we write I at the left hand side of V, it represents 5 minus 1. That is 5 minus 1. That gives us 4. So to represent 4 in Roman numerals, we write IV. Right? So in the same way, children, if you want to write the number 40, how do we write? Say you have to write Roman numerals for 40. Can you write X equal to 40? 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, 40. Can we write? No, not at all. This is wrong. We cannot write. Instead, we write first L. That stands for 50. From 50, we subtract 10. That is, we write X in the left hand side of L. So whenever we write any smaller symbol at the left hand side of a larger symbol, it represents subtraction. So here XL stands for 40. Right? So to write 40, we write it as XL. Okay? In the same way, children, you cannot repeat C and M also more than thrice. So let's move to the next rule, rule number 3. According to rule number 3, V is never written to the left of X. We cannot write V like this at the left hand side of X. This is wrong. With that, let's move to the next rule, rule number 4. I is written only once to the left of V and X. For example, to write 4, we write it as IV. That is 5 minus 1. But we cannot write another I at the left hand side of V. Twice we can't. We can write I only once. See, in the same way, IX stands for 9. We cannot write IIX. This is wrong. We cannot write IIV. This is also wrong. We can write I only once to the left of V and X. So now let's move to the next rule. Rule number 5. Rule 5 says symbols VLD cannot be subtracted. Let's understand this by taking an example, simple example. To represent 5 as a Roman numeral, we cannot write Vx, that is 10 minus 5. We cannot write. Instead, to represent 5, we write it as V. Okay? Now, let's take another example to understand how L cannot be subtracted. Right? To represent 50, we can't write LC. Instead, 50 is represented by the letter L. L stands for 50 and this is wrong. Okay? In the same way, to represent 500, we can't write DM. This is wrong. Instead, to represent 500, we use the symbol D. So, 500 is represented by D. Okay? Last but not the least, rule number 6. I, X, C are used to subtract. If you want to subtract something, we use these letters. So children, that's all in this video. I'll come back with the more facts and funs with a number. Till then, keep fit, keep healthy. Goodbye.